Right. Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us this afternoon for a Stuba and Las Vegas webinar. Thank you for taking time out of your busy afternoon. But I trust you, or trust me, I should say, it's going to be worth it. This city never stops growing. I've had a sneak preview of the presentation and it's already blown me away. So just a couple of things, just to let you know, the webinar will be recorded. And please feel free to ask any questions as you go along. And we'll be happy to answer those questions. Any comments as well, let us know. If you've been to Vegas, let us know. We can talk to you about that. And when last you've been, we'd love to hear all about that. Afternoon, Daryl. So just to let you know, also, we have a goodie bag up for grabs as well during the at the end of the webinar. And it's not just a goodie bag, it's a Las Vegas goodie bag. So this thing is going to be a bumper crop. It's going to be a real luxury goodie bag with all sorts of weird and wonderful things in it. So listen very carefully. There'll be a question at the end of the presentation, and it will be based on some information from the presentation. We've also got, as you've attending today, you'll all be admitted into the new Stuba quarterly prize draw, where you can win $150 worth of Stuba vouchers. So it's a winner chicken dinner, I think, but that's showing my age. Some of you probably won't know what the hell I'm talking about, but anyway. Anyway, listen, without further ado, it gives me great pleasure to introduce Alex Perez. And Alex is the Senior Account Representative of the LVCVA, the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority. And Alex is a long-time friend of Stuba. So nice to have you back, Alex. Good afternoon.
Good to see you guys. Thanks for having me.
Excellent. Oh, and we'll probably cover it at the end, but we do have a live incentive going on with Las Vegas at the moment. Which we'll cover off at the end. We've probably got a week left of that, but we'll cover that off at the moment. So without further ado, I'm going to hand over to Alex to tell us all about this amazing city. It's a city that never sleeps and the city that never stops evolving. It's incredible.
That's the one. That's building it up. Thanks a lot, Nigel. I mean, hopefully I can now deliver this presentation for you guys. So as Nigel said, happy for questions. Maybe Nigel, if you keep an eye on the chat, if you want to put them in there, or please feel free to interrupt. Some of these slides have got a lot of information on, and we know that the destination can be very overwhelming. The thing that I love about Las Vegas is there's something for everyone. I think if you guys have been or you haven't been, if you haven't been, you certainly have a perception in your head about what the destination is going to be like. I think the hardest job that we have is kind of breaking that perception. Some people may presume that, you know, looking after Las Vegas, which we are very privileged to do, is really easy because it's a destination that has absolutely everything. But some people think of the Hangover or things like that, and it's just drinking and it's just gambling. We don't talk about that on our webinars here or our training sessions. We tell you about everything else there is to do, and I think Vegas does such a great job of evolving year after year. Nigel and I are just talking about the new restaurants and the bars and the attractions that are open, even since we were there last. So anything that you guys need, we'll be going through a lot of information very quickly. We're not really going to cover some of the stuff as in depth. So if you need anything from us, we can share our details with you in the chat before we leave. Anything you need, whether it's assets or more information on something, or you think, oh, that's quite interesting, I might need a bit more than info for that from a client. We are always here for you guys. Anything you need, pick up the phone, email us. We're based in the UK. We're on your time zone. So anything you need from us, we're more than happy to help with. So we'll jump straight in with a short video on Las Vegas. Lovely. That's stopped. It's worked 4 times when I've tried to practice this before, so not sure what the score was there. So we'll try and move that on. Apologies for that.
No
Here we are.
problem.
So this is the destination. I wanted to kind of show this view as this is from downtown Las Vegas, and a lot of people will stay on the Las Vegas Strip or want to be, but the area is a lot bigger, and there are other areas around from that. So you don't always get a view like this, and it's a very unique perspective with Circa, which we'll come on to in there. You've got Fremont Street experience, so it's bigger than just the Las Vegas Strip. This, I think, is one of the key assets and the biggest thing that we can send you to help selling Las Vegas. We won't talk through it all. It may seem overwhelming, but we do have this available in a PDF that we can send over to you guys, and we'll share it with Nigel and the team to be able to distribute to you. This is our strip map. This has got every hotel that you'd want to book mapped out on there. You can kind of then see where things are based on location. The question that we get asked the most on Las Vegas is, where should I stay? And it's an impossible answer because, of course, at LVCVA, we love all of our hotel partners equally. So it's a difficult one, but there's so many factors that you have to consider: a person's budget, where they want to be, why they're going, who they're going with. We're again lucky enough to have stayed in so many different hotels, and the experience is different every single time. The hotels have their own character. Some hotels you have to walk through a casino. Some hotels you will check in, turn around, get into an elevator bank and go straight to your room. So for people that are first timers, maybe a little bit overwhelmed with crowds, or maybe even a family, those type of hotels would suit that person. So I think learning more about the hotels individually, learning, having a kind of a key set at each level, entry level, mid level, luxury level, will kind of set you up. There's hundreds of thousands of rooms in Las Vegas, 150,000 to be pretty much precise. So I think, again, the commissionable opportunities for you as agents are absolutely massive. We know that the UK market loves to stay in the Luxor and the Excalibur, but can you then sell an upgraded room type, or can you then sell a hotel that's only $10 or $20 more than that one to again upgrade the customer to a different experience? So there's so much to learn, I think, here, but I think the key with this map is location. Where do they want to be? Why are they going there? And can you fit them into that piece of Las Vegas Boulevard where they're going to spend most of their time?
And I think, Alex, also, I think historically there used to be a thing, well, if you're not on the strip, then that's no good, which I think is a real dated perception now because there's so much that has sort of like grown. And yes, the strip is the heart of everything, and it's almost like, the main boulevard to get to so many of the hotels. But as you can see from that map, there's, it's growing, off strip, and there's so much, available off strip as well with some of the most amazing hotels. I mean, two of our largest sellers, the Resort World and the Fontainebleau, which I believe we're going to touch on later, but it's just grown so much.
It does, and it's where is Centre Strip now? As you mentioned, that kind of luxury quarter, as they're calling themselves, with Fontainebleau, Circus, and Wynn Encore in the kind of north side of Las Vegas Boulevard. I even love the Sahara Hotel, which is even further north. That's spent a lot of money on that property, and you also think that in Las Vegas, a lot of people do people watching. They go and see the resorts for themselves, which is fantastic. But if you're staying in a Bellagio or a Cosmopolitan or a Caesar's Palace, the names that people are familiar with, your hotel will be busy all of the time because people are going into your property to be able to see it like you would do as a tourist. So some of the hotels, like a Sahara, has a link directly to the monorail, which we'll come on to, and you can then access the strip very, very quickly. Traffic on Las Vegas Boulevard has not been the best the last couple of years, especially around citywide events like F1. So utilizing something like the monorail, where you can buy a day pass, you can hop on, hop off the stops down the strip, which I'll show you in a second. Thinking about that, okay, I'm going to stay at a hotel that's newly refurbished. The rooms are going to be new. It's not going to be very busy when I'm there. I'm going to be able to relax at the pool, and I'm going to get access the strip really easily. It's those kind of things that, okay, that suits a certain client. But you're right. There's so much change in all of the areas, and there's some new things coming as well, which will extend it even further. So even downtown. Downtown
Yeah.
Las Vegas is a very different experience, a little less pretentious maybe for some people, a little bit more affordable. But some of the local restaurants down in the Arts District or in Fremont Street are absolutely amazing, and they're kind of the hidden gems of Las Vegas. The Arts District is just between the Strip and downtown. One of my favorite areas in Las Vegas. Feels a little bit more local, feels a little bit more value, nice and relaxed, and that's where a lot of the locals would go to eat as well versus going to the Strip. So it's those hidden gems and those hidden neighborhoods that people are just aren't aware of.
Yeah, absolutely.
So getting around Las Vegas, the easy way to get to and from the airport is a taxi. When you arrive into the arrivals hall at Harry Reid International, as it's called now, you will then just walk all the way down to the taxi rank. Plenty available all times of the day. And the taxis are now costed based on zones. So there's no
Okay.
kind of driving around the Strip and being ripped off for 60, 70, $80 or whatever it used to be back in the day. It's now set into three specific zones. So depending on where your customers are staying, they know exactly how much they're going to pay before they get into that taxi. These signs are by the taxi rank as well, with zone 1, 2, and 3. If you're going somewhere else, then you can mention that, and they'll tell you how much that cost is. But it's very, very simple to do. If people prefer Uber or Lyft, that's popular in the US, there's also Uber and Lyft stations. There's also Uber and Lyft stations at pretty much every casino, resort, and hotel throughout Las Vegas. So it's very easy to get around when you're there. But we would recommend, it's a taxi to get from the airport. We do get a lot of requests of someone wants to get a limo. They want to come to Las Vegas, they want to do it in style, they want to get a limo to their hotel, which is fantastic. One thing I would note is most limo companies is minimum 2 hours. So if your guests are going to want to do that, just make sure that they're aware that they're going to be renting that for minimum 2 hours. To get from Las Vegas Airport, you can see here in the bottom right hand corner of the map, to the Strip is like 10-15 minutes. If you're in zone 1, zone 2, maybe 20 minutes, zone 3, maybe 20-25, depending on traffic. So it doesn't take long to get there. So you can tell them to go to a Walmart or go to a grocery store, go to see the Las Vegas sign before they head to their hotel. Make sure they're making use of that time if they want to head in a limo, which some people want to do.
Perfect.
We mentioned the monorail. So getting around in Las Vegas is quite easy. You can walk everywhere. Las Vegas deceives people a lot, I think, because the resorts are a lot bigger than people think. So you can see, you may be at Excalibur Luxor down the south here, and you think, oh, I'll just walk to the Bellagio. I can see the fountains going off, and then an hour and a half later, you're still walking. It's some distance. So as I mentioned, the monorail is a great asset for Vegas on one side of the Strip. On the left side of the Strip, there are shuttles that run between Mandalay Bay, Luxor, Excalibur. Then there's walkways between New York and Park MGM. So you can kind of get around that MGM corridor pretty easily as well. But this monorail is paid tickets. There's several stops along the Las Vegas Strip, as you can see here, starting at Sahara and ending at MGM station. From Sahara to MGM takes about 15 minutes. So I can assure you, most times of the day, it will not take you 15 minutes in a taxi. So yeah, think about the monorail as an asset. The prices are here, as you can see, and people can either just use the ticket machines or scan on their phone, pay for it, and then kind of go. So it's something that I think is quite underutilized in Las Vegas. A new transportation that we have in Las Vegas over the last couple of years is the Vegas Loop. Don't know how many people have heard of it. This started as an extension to the convention center. So Elon Musk's Boring Company dug tunnels underground for the convention center campus, and you can get between one area to the next in about 2 minutes. The full fleet of vehicles are Teslas, so it's designed to shuttle quite a few thousand riders at a time. Here is what the Vegas Loop looks like right now. So the convention center is still the kind of main hub. Westgate have opened a station, as well as Wynn, Encore, and Resorts World. So to get in between the convention center is free, and you can buy a ticket if you're at Resorts World and you're heading over to convention center, or if you're at Resorts World and you want to go to Wynn, etc. You can just scan and get a ticket. It's a few dollars, and they are doing rides to the airport now as well. It's above ground. The tunnels haven't been built just yet all the way to the airport, but you can get from Resorts World or Encore to the airport. I think it's about $12.50 or something along those lines. So much cheaper than a taxi. That's per person. So if it's one person, one bag, $12.50 to the airport and the loop is great value. There are plans for this to expand. The tunnels are currently being built all the way to the airport. It's then up to each individual property if they then want to invest in a station. But hopefully, in the next 5 to 10 years, all of Las Vegas will have stations, and the loop will be the transportation that people utilize. But it's very cool. You go down in Teslas. Oh, sorry, I removed the video. You can go down in Teslas into the tunnels, and you're there in seconds. They're all one way and all that kind of stuff. So you get to where you're going very, very quickly.
Yeah, and I was looking at that, Alex, and it's really reasonably priced. I mean, I did scan it and I looked, and like you could get, one way to the airport or whatever was like $13, but then you can get a day pass for the same cost.
Yeah, it's good if you're in this area. Again, the idea was originally convention center. The convention center footprint is like 1.5 miles from end to end. So if you've got people at conventions and they're going to be staying at Wynn or Resorts World or Westgate, those are the three main hotels around the convention center. It's so easy. I was there a couple of weeks ago, so we stayed at Resorts World. Our LVCVA office is at the LVCC South Loop station, which is the bottom right of here, and that took maybe 3 minutes to get between the station at Resorts World to the other side of the convention center. So it's so fast. And a lot faster than going into the traffic at Las Vegas Boulevard. So yeah, it really is easy.
Fantastic.
New resorts. So the great thing about Las Vegas is it always evolves. So the newest resort in Las Vegas is the Vanderpump Hotel. Some of you may not know who Lisa Vanderpump is, but she has now opened her first Las Vegas hotel 3 weeks ago. It's the former Cromwell 188 room boutique hotel in the middle of Las Vegas Strip. There's some suites there as well. So designed by her. She was at the opening. We were lucky enough to go to the opening as well, surrounded by lots of celebrities and reality TV show stars, I should say, that I had no idea who they were, but they probably had no idea who I was either, so we were blanked each other out on that one. But lovely hotel next to Flamingo, so that's the newest one that's just opened.
Alex, a quick question, just going back to the Teslas and the Loop. Daryl's asking if they're driverless. I'm guessing they're not.
They are not. No, they're not driverless.
Yeah.
I believe that was the plan originally. I don't know if that's the plan going forward, but the cars in the Loop currently are all Teslas, but they are drivers.
Yeah.
There are driverless vehicles in Las Vegas. So Resorts World has a station of the Zook cars. It's free at the moment, so you go there, you request it on the app. And then they can take you where you want to go. Obviously, they're gathering data and performance data and all good stuff like that. But from Resorts World, you can get the driverless cars that you see around Las Vegas. That's the only place that I know of at the moment. But no, the Loop are driven.
The drivers, yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Other recent additions, a little bit open for just over a year now, is Fontainebleau, as Nigel said, a good seller for Stuber. We'll come on to that in a second. And Durango, just kind of wanted to point this out, as Las Vegas is combined a lot of the time with a twin center, whether it's LA or somewhere in California. Durango is a good stop because it's just outside of Las Vegas, about 15-20 minutes away. But it's a nice local hotel, good rates, great pool area, nice restaurant. So that's another one if someone is kind of doing a touring trip and they want to stop outside Las Vegas or before they get there, then that's a good hotel to utilize. 200 rooms, so quite small, but a nice pool area, and some of the restaurants there we've been able to eat in are quite good as well. And then Fontainebleau, which is now opened I think about 18 months ago now. 3,644 guest rooms. Think very high-end luxury. It's a luxury focused hotel. Here's a picture of their standard room. Some of the views from the property as well are absolutely stunning. Gives you a different perspective on the Strip. Tried to utilize that picture at the start of the presentation of something that's a little different. We're used to seeing the Strip in the same way, and I think now the Fontainebleau is there, is seeing it from a different angle, especially with the Sphere in the background. You can get some great imagery from that as well. The good thing about Vegas is the hotels also invest in themselves. There's a lot of transformations that happen. So Circa is a hotel that was built from the ground up in downtown Las Vegas that has 777 rooms. See what they did there? Virgin Hotels Las Vegas used to be the Hard Rock Hotel. So that's just east of the Strip. I really like this hotel. I think it's great for families. I'll show you some pictures in a second. 1,500 hotels in a couple of different towers. It's slightly off strip, so that puts people off. But again, as I mentioned earlier, it's normally quiet. I've been there when the hotel has been full occupancy, and you don't see many people around. The pool area is fantastic, and it's very easy to get to and from the strip. Maybe a $10 taxi ride to Cosmopolitan or Bellagio if you want to go to that area, but you could walk in like 15-20 minutes. Probably not at this time of year. It's 45 degrees in Vegas at the moment, but other times if you want a casual walk, you can. And Resorts World, we say it's recent. It was a pandemic baby, as they like to call themselves. So this is 3 resorts in one. It's Hilton, Conrad, and Croxford's, 3,506 rooms, and that's north of the Strip. Tip for Resorts World, opposite there's a fantastic taco shop called Tacos El Gordo. I love Mexican food, and I'm a foodie. You'll hear about food all through the presentation, but it's great tacos, which is literally opposite the Resorts World as well. So a great place to stay.
Good to know.
Here's just some images of Circa. You can see on the left there, that's the Fremont Street Experience downtown. You're looking at the pool there, which is Stadium Swim, which hosts events. That white piece on the right is their screen. It's 30-foot tall by 130-foot wide. You should see all of the videos on their socials about their World Cup games that they had. They play sports on there and big events and have DJs and things like that. It's free if you're a Circa guest. And Circa is an adult-only hotel, so it's 21 and over, so no children there. Here's a room here, some pictures of their Legacy Club, which is their rooftop bar. You do get some vouchers here if you stay there as well to go and have a drink up there on them. But again, great views, great sunset view here of Legacy Club, which is at the top of Circa. Here's their picture of their standard room. Great view as well from some of their rooms, and the rooms are very, very spacious and styled quite nicely. One thing to add is this is an adult only hotel. This is adult bunk beds. So if you do have a group of guys that want to go or ladies and they want something that's a little bit more affordable, Circa is for them. And for a sports fan, it's fantastic. Their sports book is massive. You can watch sports at Stadium Swim upstairs, but it's directly on Fremont Street, as I mentioned, and as you come out one of the entrances for Circa, you have a stage right next to it, which has live music a few times throughout the evening. There's 3 stages on Fremont Experience, and one of the stages is by Circa. So it's absolutely fantastic if you have people that want to go to Vegas for a good time. Share the accommodation costs. They're in a great location next to some of the entertainment, and you've got sports galore in your hotel as well. So a really great option.
Got a couple of comments for you, Alex. Greg has said Virgin is one of his best-selling hotels, and people love the fact that it is off the Strip. And I was about to say my other half stayed there a couple of months ago, and she loved it as well. She couldn't say enough good things about it. Michelle has said we stayed at the Rio in March when we went to watch Luke Combs. Views were amazing and budget friendly, and it also meant they got their steps in. Excellent.
Exactly that. Rio has just been refurbished. We'll come on to that in a bit. I'm actually going to see Luke Combs next week at Wembley as well. So hopefully he's as good in UK as he is in Las Vegas. But that's another property.
I'm ashamed to say I don't know who he is. I'm so sorry.
he's only one of the biggest country stars in the world, Nigel. It's fine. Don't worry about that.
That might be why then.
Virgin Hotels, as we've just heard, unbelievable property. If people remember the old Hard Rock, it was very dark. It was very kind of deep purple colors. It's a very dark property. So here they've kind of brightened it up. This is one of the lead-in room types. So again, it's very, very spacious. You have that kind of corner piece where you can sit in bed versus sitting in your bed, if that makes sense. They also have an awesome Ruby Tower. So the upgrade from a standard room to the Ruby Tower room is not that much, and it's really worth it. So something to keep in mind when you're looking at those commissionable opportunities is upgrade to the Ruby Tower. You get a little bit more space. You get a divider with a seated area and the room. Guests also then have private check-in. The check-in desks for Ruby Towers are separate, and there's free parking at Virgin Hotel as well. So don't forget that if you have people doing a a multi-center, as I've mentioned, they're driving into Las Vegas, free parking at Virgin. So people can park their car. They literally then walk into the hotel. It's very easy to navigate around the Virgin Hotel. And this is my favorite thing about Virgin is the pool. It feels like you're not in Las Vegas. It feels like you're in a resort. As you can see the high roller in the background there. That's the skyline of the Las Vegas Strip. And at night, you've got great views because you are set back slightly. So you can see pretty much the whole of the Las Vegas Strip in front of you. So again, we love all of our partners equally, but one of my favorite hotels on the Strip. Just you feel relaxed here. And they've done a really good job designing this hotel. Very easy to navigate as well.
Michelle's just said you are in for a treat with Luke Cohn because he's amazing.
Perfect. Resorts World is 3 hotels, as I mentioned: Hilton, Croxford, and Conrad. So as I mentioned at the start, each hotel is completely different, and here I think it really kind of encapsulates that. Each of the hotel lobbies are different. Here's some of the pool areas. The infinity pool at the Resorts World pool is absolutely amazing as well. That's adults only, that one in the top right, but the views are superb from there. This is the Resorts World lobby. Each of the hotels has a separate lobby. Each of the hotels, you do not have to walk into a casino to get to your room. So in the left picture here, you can see the desks, and they have digital kiosks as well. You turn around, you have the elevators, and you're straight into your room. So it's a real asset for these 3 properties on the Resorts World campus that they have that. So here's the Resorts World, the Hilton lobby. Sorry, here's a Hilton standard room. Then we have the Conrad lobby and the Conrad room, and then you have the Croxford lobby and then the Croxford room. If you are a guest at Croxford's, you can access all 3 of the lobbies. If you're a guest at Hilton, you can't access the other higher end lobbies, just to let you know.
Right.
As I started saying, there's also renovations, and we'll get through these pretty quickly as I'm already conscious that we're taking up a lot of time and we've got a lot to cover. MGM Resorts International, you may have heard of, is one of the chains that have quite a lot of properties on the Strip. So they look after quite a few. They've had some of their properties go through renovations. MGM Grand being the latest, the biggest hotel from a hotel room volume wise in Las Vegas. Their rooms were very different to this, but they've done a good job renovating them. That finished a couple months ago. So these are the new standing leading rooms at MGM Grand. Prices are very, very good. It's a big hotel. So again, if you have people that maybe are a repeat guest and know their way about Las Vegas a little bit, it might be a little bit easier, but MGM Grand can be confusing to new guests, but the rooms are superb now. So the room product is really, really nice. There's another picture of that. The Bellagio have just redone their rooms as well. Pound for pound, arguably one of the best room products. Wynn probably might have something to say about that, but I think between Bellagio and Wynn, from a room product standpoint, probably the 2 best in the destination. But here's the new Bellagio rooms, the colors they've taken from the fountains, so kind of bring that water inside. That's the concept that they went with. Some of the rooms at Bellagio. One of my favorite hotels, I think, is a hidden gem, is New York, New York. They've finally got rid of the New York Art Deco rooms, and they've completely refurbished their rooms that look like the theme here is the New York Underground. So it's kind of more urban-esque rooms, but fantastic location right next to T-Mobile Arena, where you have the Vegas Golden Knights, the hockey team, which play there, but also several different events there. You have some great fun attractions in New York, a little bit on the more affordable side, really accessible to some great dining options as well, and some retail space which is more affordable. So I think New York is a great asset for our market. Also has the roller coaster, which a lot of people don't know that does actually work. We get that question quite a lot. You can see it from the outside, but you can go on it. You can buy a day pass if you're brave enough, or you can go on it once. And they have a nice pool area at New York as well. So again, I think a hotel that's probably undersold quite a lot from our market.
Yeah, that looks cool.
Four Seasons as well, from the one end to the other. Four Seasons have just refurbished their rooms as well. We'll look at Caesars Entertainment, which is the other kind of big hotel chain, slightly less hotels, but this is their collection, Vanderpump being the newest, Horseshoe after that. So they've upgraded some of their rooms as well. So Nobu, which is a tower within Caesars Palace campus. Nobu have recently refurbished their rooms. Caesars Palace have refurbished their rooms and suites. So Caesars have a suite program if you've got that affluent or that higher end client. Caesars Suites have a dedicated sales team if you have anyone looking for something like this on the right. Of course, that's where Nigel stays all the time. That's his favorite room there. So I thought I'd include that in there.
The Horseshoe Las Vegas. Quiet.
The Horseshoe Las Vegas was rebranded from Bally's, and the Horseshoe the building used to be, or it was intended to be, an apartment complex. So the good thing about this is this is a lead-in hotel, but as you can see from the rooms, it doesn't look like a lead-in room when you're looking at that lower end. The rooms are really, really big because it was going to be an apartment complex. They've been newly refurbished, and you can actually get fountain view rooms at Horseshoe. So again, someone that's a bit more budget conscious, really great hotel. It's in a great location. The rooms are really nice, and I definitely would recommend it. I've stayed there myself, and I really enjoyed staying at Horseshoe. That's not the Horseshoe, that's the Fontainebleau. So yeah, it's a little bit different, right? Here's the rooms, here's the lobby. No, so apologies for that. I needed to take that out. So the Horseshoe is behind these buildings. So this is Paris. You'll see why I've got this picture in here in a second. So the Paris building is the one behind the Eiffel Tower. Bally's used to be the tower to the left and the tower behind it, which is now Horseshoe. The tower on the left is now part of Paris, and they've just refurbished that tower into the Versailles Tower. So it used to be the Jubilee Tower at Bally's. Bally's is now Horseshoe, and the Jubilee Tower is now the Versailles Tower that's part of Paris. And these rooms are amazing. Again, lucky enough to stay in these. You access it either through Paris or through Horseshoe. It's next to some of the newest bars on the strip, which is Old Red Country Bar for those country fans we've already heard from. We'll get onto those in a second. But again, the rooms from a lead-in product point of view are really, really great. You can get some fountain view rooms, and you can see the Eiffel Tower, as you can see from here. Some of the rooms do have balconies as well, and there's a pedestrian bridge right outside here that crosses the street as well. So again, great rooms here for a new product.
Actually, the one thing I noticed there, Alex, in that picture, sorry, really important, is right next to a CVS by the looks of it in that initial picture you showed.
Yeah, exactly that. It's a really good location. There is one right by there. Yeah. The Rio has also been remodeled. We mentioned the Rio very, very briefly, but they've spent a lot of money on the Ipanema Tower remodel. So this is a shot of their pool, and this is their leading room type there. So Rio has gone through a lot of changes. Again, people are put off because of the location, but I think from a budget standpoint and the room product now, it's an option that people should definitely have a look at from that price point. Here is their room remodel, which I think is really, really nice. And I think overall in Las Vegas, again, the question is, where should I stay? There's not really a wrong answer. I think for Las Vegas, you do definitely get more, dollar for your money when you're spending on hotel rooms compared to other cities in the US. As a destination, the room product is great. The rooms are big, even at some of the leading hotels, as we've seen already. Some of the room products are very, very nice. So you can't really get it wrong. It's just really all about location. The Venetian, very, very popular hotel with our luxury folk. They've just remodeled their South Tower. The good thing to know about Venetian is all of their room types are suites. So there's not a standard. The standard room is a suite. This is their standard room. As you can see, a lot of their suites would include the bed, but then you have the sunken area there with normally a pull-out bed, the sofas, the two TVs. You can actually, if you reach your arms out in the rooms, you can touch both TVs in the Venetian standard rooms, just to if you wanted to do that. But yeah, the Venetian is a very lovely property, and the rooms there are great as well. That's their sofa bed. And they do have sphere views, which you can see in the background there, which is their most requested room is sphere views nowadays.
I can imagine.
The Wynn have also upgraded their standard rooms as well. This is a picture of one of them there. So again, it's a destination that is just evolving all of the time. It's not just new properties, it's properties that are upgrading their rooms as well. And Las Vegas, Previously wasn't, but is now also the greatest arena on earth. Professional sports are now abundant in Las Vegas. One of my favorite subjects, aside from country music and food, sports. Vegas is now a sports destination, which I'm very happy about that. We have the Las Vegas Golden Knights, who are an NHL hockey team, now in their 10th season. They're celebrating their 10th season this year. There's football, soccer in the US. The Las Vegas Lights play at Cashman Field. The Las Vegas Aces are the women's NBA team who have actually won the title quite a few times in the last few years. Las Vegas Aviators are a minor league baseball team with a ballpark in downtown Summerlin, which is about 20 minutes from Las Vegas. And now the Las Vegas Raiders are the newest team to come to Las Vegas, who play at Allegiant Stadium, which is just behind Mandalay Bay. So you can see professional sports in Las Vegas. As I mentioned, Allegiant Stadium, just off the strip. For most event days, a lot of the roads are closed. You can walk from Mandalay Bay to Allegiant Stadium. This is not only NFL. This is the college football team. The UNLV Rebels play here as well, but also where a lot of the massive concerts are. BTS absolutely took over for you K-pop fans.
Really? Okay.
A couple of nights there. I think Beyonce was there, and whoever else is there. But all of the kind of special concerts and events. They have some football matches in the summer. They have different fights and things there. So Allegiant Stadium is everything you can imagine from a new stadium nowadays. Stadium tours are available as well. And you can book those on their website. This is Las Vegas Ballpark, as I've mentioned. I think if someone is looking for that quintessential American experience, this is in, as I say, downtown Summerlin. It's just by Red Rock, which again, in itself is fantastic. If someone has a car, there's a 13-mile scenic drive that you can drive around to see the kind of more natural side. Red Rocks, there's cycling paths and hiking paths and things like that. But downtown Summerlin that you can see just behind here is again really local. Nice bars and restaurants. There's a cinema, there's a shopping complex and things like that. So great for a day or an afternoon. If you want to get tickets to the ball game, which is pretty cheap, you can then spend some time there, which is very, very different to Las Vegas Boulevard.
Okay. Alex, I'm conscious that we're a little bit over, and I was just going to say to the attendees, if anybody can't stay on, don't worry about it, because we will be sending the recording. If you can stay on, I'd absolutely encourage you, because there's still a lot to be spoken about and some key things. Just a quick comment here from Michelle as well. She's put amazing stadium and really well managed for the Luke Combs concert. There we go. So that, I'm assuming that's the Allegiant Stadium then you're talking about. And can I just say, I know I lost brownie points for not knowing who Luke Combs was, but I do know who BTS are. So hopefully I've got some credibility back on that one.
I'll speed up a little bit because I'm conscious of keeping everyone's time, and of course everyone wants to try and enter the prize, Nigel, that you mentioned. So we'll get through this a lot quicker than we are. F1 is in Las Vegas, as some of you may be aware. It's the fourth this year. This is a quick picture of the race. Here's the dates for the Grand Prix this year. It's just before Thanksgiving, so the race will be on the 21st of November. This is the question that we're asked quite a lot: is where is the race? So we can send this to everyone. It goes round the back of the sphere, as you can see, in down Las Vegas Boulevard. It just kind of turns off where just after Bellagio and Cosmopolitan, etc. So we can send this out to people to see where to stay. But this is a question that we do get asked quite a lot: is where is the track and where should people stay, etc. Yeah. Grand Prix Plaza is also just open. So this white building is actually the pit lanes and the race HQ during race time. But when the race isn't on, the paddock, that's the name. There's a F1 Drive, which is a go-karting track, which you can actually drive into what is the pit lane during race day. There's an F1 hub. There's a kind of museum and things like that. So for race fans, this is a great place to go and visit. To mention as well, there's events like the Rock and Roll Marathon that's in February now. That's a marathon, half marathon, a great experience, takes over the strip for something to do as well. So there's not a lot to see in Las Vegas, as you can already kind of hear, but I'm going to rattle through very quickly things that you may not know are there. There's obvious things that people do. We've covered some things already, but here's things. I'll just name them. I won't go through, but there's an Evel Knievel museum in the Arts District that you can go to. That's in between the Strip and downtown. There's F1 Arcade in the Forum Shops where you can drive simulators and they have watch parties. Universal Horror Unleashed has just opened at Area 15. So if you want to go and get scared all of the time, that's there year round. You've got Area 15 and the Odyssey Manor that's just opened. It's a theatre and nightclub with live performances. You've got Interstellar Arc, which is a free roaming VR experience that's just opened at Area 15. You've got the Museum of Ice Cream just opened
Sold.
again. There's casino games. It has what it's claimed to have the largest selection of ice cream and sprinkles in North America, so you can go and actually get ice cream and stuff there. There's also fun things to do. Bottle Blonde is one of the newest bars on the strip that has live music all of the time. So there's an open air rooftop patio that's just by Horseshoe, as I mentioned earlier. Jason Aldean's Kitchen and Bar, again, live daily music, great food. That's at Crystals, just by Cosmopolitan. Old Red is a country dedicated bar, 4 levels, live music from lunchtime right the way through till late nights, great strip views, outdoor patios. The beers are slightly expensive, but a great experience when you're there. The Art Museum at City Centre, if you're into the kind of more artist experience, they have digital experiences there that immerse sound and sense and things like that. Dreambox 360 experience at Link Promenade. So they have immersive dining. The Playground, which is unbelievable. At Luxor, that is kind of games that you go in and do different things, not VR, or it's you playing in different things, which is amazing. Atomic Golf, which is like a golf driving range. You have panic rooms at Grand Canal Shops, Flight Club and Grand Canal at Venetian as well. Flyover Las Vegas is a immersive ride with a state-of-the-art wraparound screen, and you kind of zoom through different things. The Paradox Museum is kind of mind twisting and that kind of thing. Brewdog is a great rooftop bar with old school arcade games that's on the strip with great views as well. Area 15 has several different things that's just off the strip, including a Mega Mart and Wink World. They have driving ranges. They have an arcade bar there, and there's different things. That's where Horror Unleashed is as well. So that's just kind of a collection of things that you probably had never heard of to do, but there are so many things like that. And again, one of my favorite things to do, I love the history of the destination and seeing how it was created and some of the old hotels, resorts, casinos that kind of gave way to the new ones. And a great way to see that is at the Neil Museum in Las Vegas, about 10 minutes from downtown. Great to see it in the evening as some of the signs do light up. So you can go and see the Neil Museum. You can do guided tours there to show you some of the history of the signs, but there's a lot of signs that get donated there. A lot of action adventure. Oh, sorry, go on, Nigel.
No, I was going to say I am kind of conscious of the time, so I was wondering, do you want to just jump to your online training and resource quickly, and then we'll get to the prize. I mean, as you can see here, guys, we'll find a way to get the full presentation to you. So Alex and I were joking offline. This is one of the smaller presentations at 185 slides. They've just had a new one that's like I think nearly 400 slides, and we have to edit accordingly. But it just goes to show how much there is going on in Las Vegas, and also how quickly it evolves. So whilst you're doing that, we've got a question from Greg. Do you know if there are plans to curb the resort fees, as they are getting higher all the time, and some are now at $55 per night?
No, is the answer. Not involved in those decisions.
Right.
Also, the way that resort fees are presented in the UK market have obviously changed recently. They need to be
Sure.
upfront. So, they're in package prices now, which make the US destinations a little bit more expensive than maybe some others in areas in the world. So, no, I don't believe that will be going away anytime soon. It's not just Las Vegas, it's pretty much every destination in the US, but unfortunately, they're associated with Las Vegas. But no, I completely understand. It's a question we're asked all of the time, but I don't see them going away unless law or legislation changes within the US and in our country to prevent them being charged. Then no, I don't see the casinos doing that on their own. However, there are a lot of hotels that are doing waived resort fees, and offers like this are coming in. So, keep an eye out on the rates that the Stuba guys contract with that, because there are a lot of hotels that during slower periods are saying, okay, well, here's the hotel rate, and we might waive the resort fee, or we want to rate this, or these charges are waived, etc. So we are seeing a little bit more of that during softer periods. Are they going to go away? Probably not. We've skipped dining. There is a dining guide, so there's a QR code there, but we'll send this presentation obviously around to everyone if you want the dining guide there. But we're just kind of flicking through as Nigel said, there's different food tours and food halls and different things like that. We can go to different speakeasies as we
Yeah,
know.
I have to do the speakeasies the next time I'm there. I really do.
Exactly. Just to mention, the Hard Rock Hotel is going to open in 2028. So this is a guitar-shaped hotel that used to be the Mirage. The
Right.
guitar is nearly finished. If you
Yeah, I've
can
seen
see pictures
pictures.
online, I
Yeah.
was there a couple of weeks ago. That looks absolutely amazing. So that will be good. And also, Bally's Resort is going to be where the new baseball stadium is downtown. So just very, very quickly, we do have a Learn and Earn travel advisor training program that you can use. The website is trackmylasvegasbookings.com. This is a multi-use resource for you guys. There's a training platform, there's resource, there's a hotel directory, you have hotel contacts, you have trade rates. If you'd like to go to Las Vegas, there's trade rates on here. But the benefit of this is you earn as well. So if you make a Las Vegas booking, you can enter it into this website, you can earn Las Vegas points. When you earn points, you earn prizes. So you can go as far back as 24 months. You can enter in here, and when you have your points, you can redeem them against different things like hotel stays, entertainment, attractions. All of these prizes are refreshed monthly. So if you really got your heart set on staying at Circus Circus, and you want to redeem your voucher for that, and it's not available, then just wait for the next month, and they get kind of refreshed and all things like that. So
Excellent.
it's got courses on there, training courses and shareable resources and things like that, brochures that you can download and insider tips, commissionable Vegas, hotel agent rates, all kind of that kind of stuff on there in the hotel directory, as I mentioned. So that is a great advantage of being a Vegas insider, as we like to
Excellent.
call you guys. So there's lots of different agent resources on there, and that's that's Vegas. Very over time and didn't cover enough. So lesson learned, I think, Nigel. That's on me. That one. That's a
No,
lot
no
to get through.
worries, no worries, no worries. And breathe. Right. Holly said, yeah, thank you very much. That's very helpful. Thank you, Holly. Now listen, before we get to the prize of this uber cool goodie bag that we're going to be doing, just to let you guys know, we've got 1 week left. We are currently running excuse me, a Las Vegas incentive. So it's any Las Vegas booking of 1 to 2 nights, you get one entry into the draw. Any Vegas booking a hotel of 3 nights or more, you get two entries. And we've got three prizes up for grabs. So there's a 2 night stay at MGM International Hotel of your choice, which you saw there were several of those. You've got fantastic a 3 night Las Vegas stay at the Fontainebleau, which was just looks amazing. And then we've also got a 3 night stay at the NE Caesars Entertainment property. Again, there's a big selection of hotels there. So we've got 1 week left on that, or 8 days till the end of July. Let's just read some comments here. Helen said, thank you. I've learned so much. It's been over 15 years since the Las Vegas visit, and it's changed so much, I'd say. Scarlett says that's a brilliant presentation. Thank you. Holly said that was super helpful. Thank you, Holly. Daryl, he's put, thank you, Alex. Great webinar. Learned a lot. And for those of you that Alex has just put his email address in the chat, if you needed any assistance or resources or things like that, then we can do that. And Michelle said, thanks very much, really enjoyed it. And she's going back next March. Lucky you, Michelle. It's definitely on my list. Right, let's get to the prize. So Alex, you've got a question to ask, and what we're going to do is it's going to be fastest fingers first in the chat room, and hit us with the question, Alex.
Okay, I'll let you be the adjudicator. I'll give everyone a
Sure.
second to get ready. My
No
question
worries.
is, across the three properties, how many rooms is at Resorts World Las Vegas?
Oh, wow. Goodness me. Oh, wow. Oh, there's quite a few answers. There's a few who are getting a little bit mixed up, but no, lots of correct answers there. But the fastest one was Scarlett from Spires Travel. And the answer is 3506 for the number of rooms at Resort World. So thank you, everybody, for, I mean, I've never seen so many answers come up and so quickly. Scarlett, I don't know how you type that so quickly, let alone knowing the correct answer.
I know, searches in
So
my brain
well
if you need the
done.
question. Well, I don't know if I can do this or not, Nigel, but I don't know whether a lot of the guys that have joined are aware of an event that we've done the last couple of years called Camp Vegas. I don't know if
Right.
many people are aware of that. Because people are on this call and this hasn't been said publicly yet, Camp Vegas is coming back.
Right.
So working with Team Stuba, working with Hablo as well. Look out for some details over the next kind of couple months, guys. Hopefully you've heard about it, but maybe we can offer your guys and your team some places, Nigel. Maybe people can win some places maybe later in the year. So
I like the sound of that.
Camp Vegas is coming back. A Stuba exclusive right now on this webinar. April 2027 will be at Center Parcs with all of our Las Vegas partners. We'd love to have as many of you as we can there, but look out for some further details because we're coming back.
Excellent. Thank you, Alex. Scarlett, if you can just drop if you haven't already, if you could just drop us your email address in the chat, and we'll pass that over to Alex and he will get your goodie bag over to you. But yeah, if you, Holly's just put whoop whoop about Camp Vegas. Thanks, Scarlett. Excellent. All right. Well, listen, guys, thank you very much. Thank you for bearing with us. I know we've run over time a bit, but I'm sure you'll agree it's been absolutely worth it. I mean, and we've probably only covered about sort of 75% of what was needed to say, but we'll send you the recording to this, and Alex has put his email address in the chat room there, so feel free to contact him for any additional resources. And Alex, thank you so much. Not an easy job trying to get so much packed into a relatively short space of time.
Appreciate the time. Thank you all for your time. Apologies going over and apologies for not covering everything. My email is in there. Please do use it if you need anything. Happy to to go through anything particular or any questions that you guys may have, but appreciate your time and thank you for supporting Las Vegas, and thank you to the Stuba team for supporting Las Vegas and everything you do for the destination. We appreciate it.
No problem at all. It's our absolute pleasure. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you, Alex, for taking time out of your day. Have a good rest of the day, guys, and we will see you soon. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Take care. Bye-bye.